Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and today I am going to show you what I got at my monthly meet. Not a whole lot of stuff, but I think some pretty good stuff, and I'm excited to kind of share it with you. So we're going to take a look at all of it. We're going to open up all of it today too. It's kind of a hodgepodge of items, and I figured we could just do it all in one video. Kind of a la Diecast Weekly episode, but obviously we're not doing a Diecast Weekly episode, just going to be a little haul video. So I'm going to tell you everything we got here today and what it cost. So, and you guys can let me know in the comments down below, did I do a good job or not? Did I get good value or not? So just let me know how I did, and you can do it piece by piece or however you want. I think I did pretty good. If you've been watching my channel for quite a long time, you know that I'm kind of a deal hunter. I'm kind of a bargain hunter. I don't like to spend, obviously everybody wants to spend the least amount possible, but I try to stretch my diecast dollar as far as I possibly can and still get the pieces that I really want to add to my collection. And you guys will have to let me know how good did I actually do here. So, first things first, we got a group of cars right here, okay? I basically traded for these, and what we could probably consider it would maybe be about $3 per car, okay? In trade value, I guess we'll say. And so we've got this Lotus Spree to start with. This is loose because I believe this is a multi-pack exclusive that I did not have. So I picked up this. This is all for my buddy John, these 4 cars. So I got these 4. We've got the Lotus Spree in silver. It is a mainline car, essentially, but copyright date 2014 in this casting, by the way. I like this casting quite a bit. I'm going to have to get together like which ones I'm actually missing of it, because I would like to have all of them. This Lotus Spree is kind of one of my favorite cars of all time. I really like it, and I wish, that... And I think they will, like Mini GT will come out with one of these. I think would be really, really cool. And yeah, so I really, really like it. And I got this for, let's just say approximately $3, right? And we're just going approximations here because some of this stuff I traded for. And just because, I say I spent money on these things, I also sold some stuff at the meet. And I don't remember exactly how close to breaking even I got. I can tell you I didn't make money. I will tell you that for sure. But I should have got pretty close to breaking even. But we'll say about $3 for this car. So not too bad. We'll just say $3 for each one of these. So anyway, the Lotus Spree, pretty cool. Multi-pack exclusive. Glad to get it off the list. Glad to not have to buy a multi-pack to get it. So I like that. All right. Next is these Zamex. And these are from, Case? So KK's Zamex. My buddy John found a bunch of these. He had a set aside for me, and I went ahead and picked up a set from him. We've got the Shelby Cobra 427 SC. So we'll go ahead and open it. So Zamex, if you're new to collecting, which I doubt you are if you're watching this channel, but you never know. They are Walmart exclusive, unpainted models. They still have like the Tampa graphics on the car, but they do not have, paint on them. They're basically just clear coated. And I think that's a fantastic look. I really like it. Kind of the original, like, Raws, I guess. But I really like this look in Hot Wheels. So Zamex are some of the coolest, possibly the coolest, store exclusive mainlines that you can get are the Zamex, or Zamac, or however you pronounce it. And Zamac is like an acronym for zinc, aluminum, something, magnesium, something. Doesn't really matter. It's the type of metal these things are made out of. Some sort of alloy. And pretty cool, this little Cobra. So, digging that one. And then the Audi Avant. So this one's pretty cool. It's a wagon. Go ahead and open this up. So again, these all came from the same case code. These would be the latest, as far as I know, the latest Zamac cars to come out in the main line are these right here. You get nice detail up front on this one. It's just, I like these. You can kind of see the texture in the metal. I'm a fan of them. So I don't get every single one, and I don't try to go after every single one, even though I do think they look cool. It would be neat to have a full set of Zamex, I think, and I just don't have it. I would have to go back. Every time I open up like a set of something like this, I think, man, it would be cool to get the whole collection together. And, you know, maybe it would. My Zamex are mixed in with mainlines. When I sort things, they're all over the place. So it'd be a kind of a pain to try to, like, pool them all together. But I do like them. And now that I'm looking at these, maybe I will go in and dig out the rest of them and get them all together. You know, get them all in one place. That might not be a bad idea. That's the problem with collecting when you get tons of stuff, is you come up with 1,000 different ways that it could be sorted and cataloged, kind of. And it's just, man, it can be overwhelming really fast, because it's like, oh, I collect gassers, or say I collect this casting, or this casting. Let's say it came out in a Zamex. Do I buy two so I can keep one with the Lotuses and one with the Zamex? What do we got to do? Same thing with this gasser, right? If I collect gassers, it's like, do I need to get two of these so I can get one loose and put it with my my Chevy Bel Air collection, and then get one and put it with the Zamex collection? That way I don't have to worry about where it is. I've got two copies, one's with each collection. And for a mainline car like this, I don't think that would be that difficult to do, but you get these like little debates with yourself of what to do here. And that's constant for me. Every time I open up cars, I'm like, oh man, maybe I should sort them this way, or maybe I should display them this way. And it just gets complicated really fast. So let me know how you sort your cars in there. So anyway, we're going to say, we're back to value here. So we're going to say about $3 a piece for these. And I'm going to say that's not too bad. It's a little over double retail. And that's fine, because the gas I would have to spend and the time I'd have to spend trying to find these is more than I'm willing to do. So it's better sometimes just to pay the piper on these. And just go ahead and get them. So there you go. So if you hate scalpers, if you don't like scalpers or resellers, my suggestion to you would be, if you can't beat them, join them, and they'll probably give you good deals if they're, local and whatnot. So, might not be a bad idea. All right. So next two items I got are these two Corvettes, and I wouldn't have really thought twice about picking these up. I think this one is from like the later Classics series. I could be wrong. I think it's like the last series of Classics that came out with Real Rider tires. But I picked these up, and I wouldn't have thought twice of them. This is basically the last two items this guy had on his table, because he sold everything else. And he's really thinning out his collection. So one's a Super Treasure Hunt, by the way. That'd be this one right here. I don't know if I have the regular car to display with this, but here's a Super. It's kind of a cool-looking Super Treasure Hunt. It's a nice color. Very, very nice. Rubber tires. I think it looks good. The wheels that were selected for it are pretty much perfect for it. It's got kind of that resto mod sort of look to it. Anyway, I paid $5 each for these loose cars, and I think that's a definite steal, especially considering the Super Treasure Hunt. So I think he had these both at $10, and he just wanted to get rid of them. He's like, "Hey, I'll give you the pair for $10," and I'm like, "All right, fine." I'd be dumb not to take it, I guess, because I don't have this Super. And this was kind of like, you know what, for $5, this is a pretty good looking Corvette. So I'm like, I'll definitely scoop that up. So $5 for a Super Treasure Hunt. It's loose. I mean, it's not for everyone, right? Because a lot of people collect this stuff carded. But you guys know I'm a loose collector, and that's how I like my my diecast is going to end up anyways. It's going to end up out of the package. So if I can get one mint loose, that's actually really good, because the nice thing about getting a loose car is there's no surprises, right? I'm not going to open this and then discover that the other side is destroyed, or the tampos are really bad on it, or the graphics are really bad, or there's a paint issue or something like that. When they're already loose and I see them in person, I can actually inspect the entire car and determine whether or not it's acceptable for me to purchase it or not. There's no surprises. So it's almost a benefit. I mean, it is fun to rip the car open out of the package. I love doing it. I mean, it's obviously gives me a little bit of a hit, but you know, it's also nice to be able to know what I'm getting, right? Be able to see the entire car outside of the package, grab it, and then we have no worries. You know, this one's, you know, the tampos aren't perfect, but it's hard to find one with the tampos being perfect, but they're definitely acceptable and there's no major flaws. So I'm digging these two cars, and I think I did really well on those. You guys let me know. I think I did. So, all right. Next is Matchbox Super Chase Porsche Macan S. So pretty nifty here. Porsche. All right. Macan. This is the only Macan, I believe, so far. This is the only version of this casting. It was like a new casting for Matchbox. Copyright date 2022. Never found one of these in store. I think I've only found a Super Chase maybe one time ever. And they're hard to find in the stores. They really are. So this, they had a few of these and they wanted $10 for one. And I said, you know what? Yeah, I'll grab one from you for $10. And I don't know, is that a good deal? You guys will have to let me know in the comments down below. I don't normally go after these Super Chases. There are a couple that I have. I'd really like to get the Ford GT one. I really want that one because I do collect that casting, so I'll have to try to get that at some point. I guarantee that's probably going to be more than $10. But we've got this Super Chase Macan. So pretty cool. If you're not familiar with the Super Chase Matchbox, they have them in the regular main line. They have them in moving parts, and they seem to be hard to come by, as far as I'm concerned. And that's, you know, that's me hunting around, which is not necessarily. I'm not out there every day looking, and rarely am I first to anything. So, you know, we just got to pay the price and buy one. So I decided to go ahead and pick this one up because I thought it was kind of cool and I liked it, so I grabbed it. So how neat is that? So what do you think? Did I do good on this car? Was this worth the price of admission? Yes or no? And, you know, maybe I'll try to get all the Super Chases. I know some of them are really hard to get, especially the moving parts ones seem to be like near impossible to find. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I guess it is what it is. The distribution of Diecast is just always a mystery, right? You just never know what's up. All right, and then speaking of chases, we've got this. This one I paid $25 for. So $25. We're getting up there in price. So $25 for this one. And again, I sold some stuff there, so I wasn't out all this cash, just so you know. So I did sell some random odds and ends. I sold some mainline stuff. I sold some just random stuff that I had laying around, and that's how I funded this. And this is how I always try to do it, right? I always try to break even at least, which is essentially your trading, right? So I got this Chase. I did not have it. This black Porsche. The standard version of this, I think, was really ugly. I didn't really like it. I did a video about car culture and how it was getting boring and yada, yada, yada. I still do want all of them. I still want to try to get all the chases in the whole set. I don't really actively try to do it, but if I find any of these at a good price, I go ahead and snag them. And I think this was $25. It might have actually been $20. And there was a few people selling these there, and some of them were trying to get like $35 for it. Some of them were trying to get like more than I would ever be willing to pay for this. And I found one somewhat inexpensive and decided to go ahead and scoop it up. So here's the Car Culture Chase Porsche. So what do you think? I mean, how did I do on this one? Let's just say 25. I can't really remember. I thought it was either 20 or 25. It might have been actually 20. And now that I think of it, I think it was 20 bucks. And I always know what guy to go to at this because he just tries to price things under what everybody else is going. So I usually try to hit him up first and be like, hey, what do you got for deals today? It's actually the same guy that I got these from. So I'm pretty sure, actually, now that I think of it, this was only 20. You guys had it. Actually, I know for sure it was 20 because I'm just remembering now. I remember I just had bought this for 10. Then I was like, oh, 20 bucks for this. I think that's a pretty decent deal. So you guys let me know how I did with this. But I think it's pretty neat. So we got that car culture chase. We got two chases, a Matchbox chase. Actually, we kind of ran the chase gamut here. We got Super Treasure Hunt. We got a Super Chase from Matchbox and a car culture chase. All in one day. No Ultras today, unfortunately. Spoiler alert, but whatever. All right, so I got 2 pieces left. And I'm saving the one that I was the most excited about for last, but not the most expensive one. This would have been the most expensive one by far. So, and I'll go ahead and tell you what I traded for this. And you guys might think that I'm stupid, but I honestly didn't care. So he had this priced at $75, okay? That's what he wanted for this car. 75 bucks. And I have no idea if that's a good price or not. And I did not care. I like the RLC, the Redline Club pink cars. I think they look awesome. I'm really a fan of them. I don't have every single one, and I'm not going to try to get every single one. There are some that I want that are out there that are going to be ridiculously expensive, like some of the older ones, like the 240Z. That one's going to be stupid expensive. But there are some expensive ones I do have. I've got the Skyline, the R34. I've got the 510. The Datsun 510, I've got the Boss Mustang, I've got the, what else do I have? I don't know, whatever. I got a couple more of them, but I wanted to add this one to the collection, and I missed out on getting one of these. So he wanted $75 for it. I had the R34. I don't have it with me right now. So I had the R34 Chameleon Paint RLC piece that just was released. Now that car goes for around $80 or so on eBay plus shipping, sometimes a little bit more than 80, so I could have sold it, right, and then used it to fund this, but I went ahead and I just traded it for him. And you know what he did with it? And he just wanted to sell stuff, right? So I traded that for this, and maybe that's not a great deal. I guarantee you that the Skyline's probably going to appreciate more in value over time. I get it, but I just wanted to get this piece. I did not have the money, and I had that car. I'm like, I'm not opening this car, and I'm not keeping it, so let's go ahead and trade it off. And, and I kind of was thinking about that the whole day while I was there, and I was like, let's just do it for this piece. So, and he traded it. I traded it to him, and then he literally just turned around and sold it and got the money for it. And someone got a really good deal on it because he's like, I'm just going to price this thing at, what I had this price for, basically, and I'm going to go ahead and turn around and sell it. And that's what he did. So he turned around, he got the money he wanted. I got the car I wanted. So to me, it worked out. You guys let me know if that was a dumb decision, if I should have just held on to that R34 and, sold it. I mean, I probably would have maximized my profit a little bit more, a little bit more had I held on to it for a while, but, I don't know. I wanted this car, and the opportunity was there, and honestly, if I hadn't pounced on it, this car would have been gone, later in the day, and I would have lost my chance at grabbing it for basically nothing, for basically just trading it for a car I already had. So, you guys let me know what you think. That's my 2 cents on it. So these are the pink party RLC cars, is what they used to be known as. Some of my favorite Redline Club cars to get are these. And this is a really cool casting. I love this 93 Ford Mustang Cobra R. I think it's a great casting, great tooling, and pink stang. And I really like it. So you get what you like, you get rid of what you don't. And I didn't need another R34. I've got the pricey ones. I've got the blue one that originally came out. I've got the purple one. Well, I got those two, I think. I don't have the convention piece that was yellow. I don't have that one. That one's really expensive. And I probably never will get it. So I'm like never going to have a whole collection of those. So I figured let's just do this and get this car that I wanted. So, and I'm trying to be kind of careful with it because these RLCs with the mirror finish, they tend to get fingerprints on them really easy, and I don't want to have to constantly try to clean it. The hood opens on this, but I'm not going to bother with it either. So I really enjoy these pink cars. They're kind of cool because they get like a salmon, like orange color when you view them at a certain angle. And it's just such a dynamic looking paint job and really cool, kind of hard to photograph and get the color right. But that kind of adds some fun to it too if I ever do it. And just an awesome little fox body Mustang. Yeah, I traded a Skyline for a Mustang. But you guys will have to let me know again. How did I do? How did I do? Would you have done that trade? Or do you think I'm silly for doing it? Okay? What do you think? I think this is a beautiful car, and I am glad to have it in my collection, honestly. I think it's awesome. But you guys will have to let me know. Comments down below. Anyway, I think it's rad. I think it's wonderful. So, and again, when I get one of these, I think, man, I need to get all the pink cars. All of them. They would look so cool together, but I really have some of the really nice ones that I want. One that just comes to mind that I don't have that I really do want would be that 240Z, and I know that that's just going to be, that's dumb expensive, like really dumb expensive. So, you know, we may never get that, and you know, that's the way I collect though. If I can't get it, I can't get it. I'm not going to worry about it. I have like 10,000 cars plus in my collection. You know, if I'm missing one that I want, I mean, it's okay. We have a lot that I do want. You got to be thankful for what you have sometimes, right? So I'm thankful that I was able to grab this. All right. So we'll put that beauty aside. And then the last piece that I just was super excited to get, and I don't ever really remember seeing this ever. And it's not a Hot Wheels. It's not a Matchbox. It's not an Auto World. It's not a Johnny Lightning. It's not a Greenlight. It is a Malibu International Real Rides Back to the Future DeLorean DMC2. Let's take a peek at this. This thing is really cool. I mean, it looks really cool in the package. And so he had this priced at, I believe he wanted $30 or $35 for it. I got it for $25, and I wouldn't have bought it had I not just sold something. So this is like one of the last purchases I made, and I was like, I want this car, I'm not paying $30 for it. I'm looking it up, trying to look it up on eBay to see how much they go on eBay, and I like hemmed and hawed. Well, lo and behold, I couldn't even find one on eBay. So I was like, shoot, man, this is my chance. I need to get this. I've never really seen it before. I think it's super cool. Some of these real rides are really neat. And Malibu International, I've got a bunch of stuff from, but it's like the, you know, the acrylic boxed stuff that's just like stock made cars. And I'm like, this thing looks so cool. It's one of the most detailed DeLoreans I think I've ever seen from the movies. And, you know, this is just, you know, if you're not a Back to the Future fan, whatever, you did not, you are not my age, okay? You just aren't. If you're, I'm going to put a stretch out there and say at least, yeah, if you're not around my age, maybe you don't get it. If you are, you love Back to the Future, or at least it has some sort of nostalgia for you. It should. If not, you know, whatever. All right. But I'm like, yeah, I need to get this. And I'm like, I sold some stuff. And I'm like, and I tried to trade with him, and he wasn't taking it. I had an M2 Chase that I had found a while ago, and I'm like, I tried to trade him that for it. He didn't want it. I'm like, okay. Well, then I sold that Chase, and I'm like, okay, boom. I got the money. Let's go. So I went over to him, and he said, and I still kind of hemmed and hawed. He's like, you know what? I'll give you it for $25 if that makes you feel better. I'm like, sweet. I'll take it. So I sold that Chase, and I ended up getting this for it. So effectively, again, I traded. We're going to open up the packaging. I mean, you don't really need to look at the packaging, do we? You want to look at it. The packaging's not perfect, by the way. which is, you know, perfect for me because that brings down the value of things. And of course, we are going to cut them open. So that's what we do. The packaging's dusty. We'll hope the car's in good shape. And this will go with my Malibu International collection, which I actually have quite a few of them. Back to the Future Real Rides. So if you look up the Real Rides, they've released a few cars. And I think I have one of them. I think I've got the GTO, like the Dazed and Confused GTO, I think it is. But now that I've got this in my collection, I think I might go after more of these. Obviously, Real Rides are movie cars, right? And this thing, sweet. I like it. I mean, how could you not? This might be the best 1/64 scale Back to the Future DeLorean that I've ever seen. That's the only one I know of that's got the hook on it, which we got to be kind of careful with, obviously. It's a little bent and a little bit twisted in there, but whatever. I mean, we got lots of detail. It has a plastic base, riveted, rubber tires, made in China, as most diecast is. Wheels look good. I mean, come on, it's from the first movie. It's got the hook on it, right? It's supposed to get the gigawatts of power that we need. Gigawatts. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's got side mirrors, maybe a little bit big side mirrors. We got inserted details for headlights. We've got painted details in the back. I don't think those are inserts for the taillights. Lots of detail in there. I think this is absolutely awesome. The only thing that could maybe improve it is if it was straight up not painted, like almost like a Zamac kind of look to it would be cool. They painted silver. And I mean, that's super cool. The wheels are super cool. You guys, if you know of a Back to the Future DeLorean in better detail, in 1/64 scale, let me know. The Hot Wheels one's not bad, okay? Not bad. And I don't have it near me, but Johnny Lightning also did one, and it's actually really good as well. That one's good, but this one I'm gonna just say is a slight step above the rest. And what really makes it is the wheels being legit, like prototypical, wheels for the DeLorean. So that's what really kind of, wheels can make the car, right? And there's some really cool DeLoreans out there from Hot Wheels. There's a cool one from Johnny Lightning, like I said, the Back to the Future model, which got a lot of detail. They have a lot of detail and all that. However, they don't have like the prototypical wheels, and that really is what. When I was looking at this, I'm like, oh man, they got one with the right wheels on it. I want that. If there's something else I'm missing, though, there's a different one released somewhere. Let me know. Let me know, and I'll probably go after it. But this thing is sick. I really like this. All right, so quick little recap here. We've got the DeLorean. We got the pink car. We'll set them back here. We got Chase, Super, Corvette, Zamax, and of course the Lotus. So let me know how I did. I'm curious what your thoughts are. Did I get good deals? Did I miss? Did I hit or miss? All right. Thank you guys very much for watching another episode of, I guess, whatever. Maybe I'll do these haul videos more often. Of course, we got 30 minutes here, and that was not intentional, so I do apologize about the length of the video. But for those that stuck around, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, and you have a good day.